I had stolen a car. And after stealing a car and getting out of jail is when I realized I did not want to be walking the same streets in my trauma and my brokenness, and that something had to give. I was walking across the 6th Avenue Bridge, and I looked up and I said, I am not walking this bridge again this way. The next time I do this, it will not be so broken, messed up on drugs, with no home, no car, no money, no nothing, not my family in sight, not my children that I talked to, and not with the pain that I was carrying over that bridge. I was done. I started using when I was 13. I went through a lot of behavior issues, a lot of just experimenting. I was trying to just fill an emptiness that was inside of me with anything and everything that I could. And that emptiness came from just lack of love, lack of just that belonging need. I spent 28 years in active addiction, and I ended up at one point where I just did any and every drug that came my way. I was shooting dope up and just didn't care anymore, and selling my body and dating guys that would give me drugs. It was hard to raise children and be the mom that they needed me to be when I wasn't even myself. I couldn't have the freedom to live. I was not only stuck and trapped under my own addiction, but I was trapped underneath their dads. This is Berlin Riverview area. This is where I spent a lot of my time when I was homeless, sleeping under the bridge, riding my bike down here, just getting away from the chaos of the areas of the places I was at. If I didn't have a place to sleep or if it was just too busy, I would come down here just to get away. I guess I felt the most comfortable to be alone in the dark in the middle of the night out fearing for my life, I guess. My thought was, after I walked that bridge, that I had to break my chains. I didn't know Jesus, and I didn't know Jesus broke chains. I thought by escaping Des Moines and escaping the grip and that had on me, and escaping my trauma and putting myself in a new environment would be my saving grace. And I ended up within, I want to say, not even 12 hours later, on a bus to Chicago. And I was still broken, and I was the same person that was in Des Moines. And I made friends with the same type of people. I ended up starting to date a guy that was a crack dealer, and we got into an argument one night, and I was extremely drunk and high, and I went to this female's house that I knew from the shelter, and her way of coping was heroin. And she put a very small line of heroin in front of me, and because of the drinking and the smoking and the emotions, my ambitions were low, and I did it. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital on the south side of Chicago, and I had overdosed. God was like, nope, I want to make sure this is your last, that you realize, like, it is death if you don't come to me. And I ended up getting sepsis from a urinary tract infection that dropped me and put me in the hospital for 5 more days. And they said that if I wouldn't have went in, I would have died. It was literally almost the end of me. I started looking online to see some sober living house places in Des Moines, and Hope Ministries was the very first one that popped up. And so I called my mother and I told her that I wanted to go, and she bought me a bus ticket. And within 3 days, I was on that doorstep of Hope Ministries. I was so nervous, but I had a lovely woman who helped with the intake, and she prayed with me.
And that was the first time I ever experienced prayer work. And my nerves just vanished, and I felt a peace I feel daily now, but didn't understand then. It was amazing. It gave me that fulfillment of belonging. I felt a connection and a love that I never felt out in that world.
What led me to change course? I was already in the midst of changing my life, so why not change all of it? And it just, the name Change Course was just amazing. And I heard how it gave people like me opportunities that no other place would give. Hope Ministries was only able to give me what I needed in this moment. Change Course was that next step to give me what else I needed to continue down the path of life that God had called me to do. I experienced how to use my story. I struggled with words. I struggled with trying to simplify, but Change Course helped me learn to identify pieces of it and to identify even groups of people to be able to share my story with, and how to simplify it and use it to get the career that I wanted. I have an ally that she started out as my ally, and now she works for Change Course, and I love her dearly. She is an amazing woman. I know that every time I walk through Change Course doors, everybody lights up when they see me. I light up. I know that if I needed help with even just redoing my resume again or anything that I need to do, that they would be here for me. Prayer, helping me just continue to achieve. I do truly believe that with Change Course, I developed a lifelong connection with them. And then when I was able to be in a position to volunteer and give back, and I was able to start to be an ally, I reached out and was like, hey, what does this look like? And I think within just a day, I got the yes, please. And it has been such a great experience to witness other leaders be on the other side and to partake in things, and just be able to show them that it is possible. No matter what the road looks like, it is possible.
I want you to talk about who that is.
That's my daughter. Yeah, in December of 2023, I graduated Change Course, and in January of 2024 is when it happened. My daughter died by suicide. I got a message saying goodbye and that she was sorry she was leaving my life. And she ended up being missing until January 26th is when they found her. God's truly blessed me. He gave me a moment with her where I was able to share the love of Jesus with her, and she told me I was the nicest Christian woman she ever talked to. And I started to feel that darkness that took me when I overdosed, that blackness, and I started to feel like that's where my daughter went. And I looked up, and there was a billboard that said, John 3:16, whoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And just knowing from what she had told me that I was the nicest Christian woman, to me, I felt like I gave my daughter a piece of Jesus that no one else could. And he used me for that, and that was amazing. And then he gave me confirmation. I would not have gotten that message if I wouldn't have been sober and clean. And I wouldn't have been able to go search for her, and I wouldn't have been able to go retrieve her, and I wouldn't have been able to go and do the things that I was able to do because of where I was at. And that kept me sober, and that kept me connected to God, and that kept my faith strong.
Cried yourself to sleep. I know, lonely under these sheets, 'cause you've tried to make yourself seen through a field of green, but it's overgrown. If it all came true, when you've seen it all through, you look back at the footprints on the path. Where does that leave you? Can you be still? There's a void only silence can fill. Where you are is all that's real. When you're there, remember how it feels. Ooh, alone in your city on the hill.
Change course means purpose. It means drive. It means commitment. It means that there is hope.